Most agents think negotiation starts with the offer. Wrong. Negotiation starts way earlier, and if you miss it, you'll negotiate from weakness no matter what the numbers say. By the time you're negotiating, you've either built leverage or you've already handed it away. Negotiation starts on the first phone call. It starts in follow-up. It starts at the buyer consult. It starts at the listing appointment when pricing comes up. Here's the foundation. Calm wins. Structure wins. Preparation wins. If you're calm, you think clearly. If you think clearly, you lead. And when you lead, your clients stay calm too. Negotiation isn't arguing. It's not being aggressive. It's not winning. It's managing emotion while moving two parties toward agreement. That's it. And if you can't manage emotion, yours or theirs, you can't negotiate. Emotion is expensive. Your job is to remove drama and insert data. Be the thermostat, not the thermometer. Let's start at the beginning. Lead says, "We're just looking." Most agents respond, "Okay, let me know what you think." That sounds nice, but it's weak. Because when you say "let me know," you just handed them control. Try this instead. Perfect. I'll follow up tomorrow around 4 after you've had time to look things over. That's not pushy. That's leadership. There's a difference between chasing and following up with structure. If you chase, you lose leverage. If you lead, you keep it. Negotiation starts with your tone in the first 5 minutes. Before you show homes, you should already be negotiating seriousness. One of my favorite questions is simple. Are you prepared to make a decision when we find the right home? Then pause. That question tells you everything. If they hesitate, that's not bad. It's information. Because if they can't commit to making a decision in a calm setting, they'll negotiate emotionally when pressure hits. And emotional buyers overreact. They panic at counters. They get offended. They stall. You're not being intense. You're creating clarity. Structure now prevents chaos later. Now let's talk listing appointments. Pricing is negotiation. If you overprice, you're negotiating from weakness before you even start. You cannot negotiate strength from a weak position. So when a seller says, "We want to try it at this number," I don't argue. I align. Absolutely. We can try that. But let's agree now, before we go live, that if after 2 weeks or 10 showings, whichever comes first, we don't have an offer, that's the market talking. And at that point, we reposition immediately. Now it's not emotional. It's measurable. It's not you versus them. It's you and them versus the market. Data over drama wins, and never negotiate against yourself. Don't start discounting your strategy before the market even responds. This is huge. Most breakdowns happen because people misunderstand what a counter means. A counteroffer is not rejection. It's engagement. They didn't walk away. They didn't say no. They said not these exact terms. That's progress. So before you send an offer for a buyer, you say, "Hey, if the seller counters, that's not rejection. That just means we're negotiating. That means we're still in it. We are moving the process forward." And before you respond to an offer for a seller, you say, "If we don't like these terms, we counter strategically. We don't get emotional. Whoever controls the meaning controls the mood." If you define a counter as conflict, your clients panic. If you define it as engagement, they stay steady. Here's something you can use today. If someone says, "That feels low," instead of explaining or defending, just say, "Feels low?" Then stop talking. If they say, "We're not comfortable with that," you say, "Not comfortable?" Then be quiet. This isn't a trick. It's a listening tool. It slows everything down. It gets them thinking instead of reacting. Most of the time, the first objection isn't the real issue. Mirroring helps you uncover what's underneath. And when you know the real concern, negotiation becomes simple. This is what separates professionals from amateurs. Your tone is part of the negotiation. If you sound rushed, they feel rushed. If you sound anxious, they get anxious. If you sound calm, they settle down. The first one to panic loses leverage. The strongest negotiator isn't the loudest. It's the one willing to walk away. He who cares the least wins, not because they don't care about the client, but because they're not desperate. Desperation negotiates. Professionals lead. Quick recap: negotiation doesn't start with the offer. It starts with how you follow up, how you set expectations, how you frame seriousness, how you price correctly, how you define what a counter really means, and how calm you stay. In the next video, we're talking about what happens when money is actually on the table, anchoring, the meet in the middle trap, evaluating risk versus price, and how not to negotiate against yourself. That's where things get interesting. If this helped you, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss part 2. And if you want help installing this into your actual business, your lead follow-up, your buyer consults, your pricing strategy, there's a strategy call link below. Calm wins. Structure wins. I'll see you in the next one.